Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for basketball. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you to. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Rox, and I am coming to you. Problem, Roxanne. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with the review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 6, Episode 17. I ain't in it today, y'all. I'm trying not to cough. I know you sick of hearing about this cough. I'm tired of talking about the cough. Y'all had me so damn worried that I had the package after my last video that I was like, let me take myself to the doctor. And I almost coughed my head off this weekend. I was just like, I can't do it. I can't do it no more. So went to the doctor this morning. You guys can all relax. I don't have pneumonia. I don't have bronchitis. There's nothing on my chest, which I already knew. When I cough, it doesn't even hurt my chest. It's not even in my chest. I mean, everything is in my throat. And like one of you guys said in my comments last week, it's basically post-nasal drip. And it's strangling me back there at the back of my throat where the boxing thing for your tonsil, you know, the boxing thing that hang down. All that is getting strangled and stuff. So that's what the doctor is telling me, and I done took all kind of remedies and medications. I got cough suppressants. I got all kind of shit, y'all. So I'm fixing to go take some apple cider vinegar when I get back to the office. One of the girls in the office was like, here, I'm going to give you some of this. I was like, nigga, you just got apple cider vinegar at your desk? But anyway, she told me that she would give me some, so when I get back from lunch, I'm going to put it in some, I don't even know what the fuck it tastes like. I heard it's nasty. So I'm gonna pour it in whatever I can and try to cut back on the taste. But yeah, I'm just over the coughs. It makes it hard to talk. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. As far as the show is concerned, let's get to it, shall we? It's hard to even believe that the Bailey Bowl just happened on the last episode. It seems so long ago. But I guess since the show wasn't on last week, the Oscars and everything, yeah, we still talking about the Bailey Bowl, y'all. Cynthia and Nene meet up to do some bathing suit shopping for their trip to Mexico. And while they're there, you know, Cynthia's just like, dang, Nene, I haven't talked to you since the Bailey Bowl. And Nene is just sort of like, And she was just like, after everything happened, and, I was just wondering how you felt about it. And Nene was like, listen, bitch, if you think I'm fixing to sit up here and even talk about Marlo, give her any type of shine on this show, you must be sadly mistaken. I ain't never saying shit else about Marlo, okay? Because you guys know how Nene can be. She was a true friend. She's the only one that was riding for Marlo. She was loyal. Everybody knows this, that, and the other. All she can say is that she is excited about going to Mexico so she can spend time with her professional husband, Mr. Gregory Leaks. I am just not exactly clear on how Marlo turned on Nene. I mean, I know we know what happened on the show and everything, but what is this with this whole idea that, you can't be friends with somebody that I'm not friends with, and if you're going to be friends with them, that we not friends no more? It's just like, what? If there's an issue with me being friends with somebody, then that is your damn problem, not mine, okay? So, fast forward on to Marlo and Kenya. They having a talk as well about the Bailey Bowl. They done became Ace Boone Coon, so they hanging out at Marlo's place. And Kenya is talking to her about, how bad she felt, what happened with Nene. Marlo is trying to explain the whole thing. She was just like, oh, I can't do it, y'all. I tried. I can't do it today. But Marlo was just like, I was, just doing a little chant with them. And, I was horse playing and I jumped on Nene like, yeah, go team rich, rich bitch or whatever it was. And did you guys find it funny that Marlo didn't want to say the bad word? She said that they said they were rich bees. I was like, bitch, all that fucking cussing out you did to Nene last week, but then now all of a sudden you can't say bitch. But, Marlo's feelings was hurt that Nene was like, bitch, get off of me. She said that she treated her like she was the scum of the earth. And Marlo was just like, here she go with the fake crying. Well, she didn't really have the fake crying this time because, the emotions wasn't high. She didn't have all them histrionics. This time instead, she just kind of got the wavery voice and a little bit of the watery eye. And she was just saying how, she don't know why Nene is treating her this way, that she's been loyal and that she's hurt. She's been a friend throughout this whole time. Evidently, Nene and Cynthia had called her a couple of weeks, 3 weeks or so before. I don't even really know before when, if it was before the Bailey Bowl or if it was before the foundation thing. Not really sure which one it is. Y'all, I'm fixing to fucking have a damn heat stroke back here. I just don't know what it is today. Y'all, just be patient with me today, please. I know I can't keep on doing this because it's making too much fucking noise. But anyway, Marlo fake crying, Kenya fake caring. Like I said, she feel bad about the whole thing. Phaedra got to sit down with that fool-ass husband of hers and have a little talk, okay? First, she tells him about the damn hoodalicious events of the Bailey Bowl. I think that's what she called it. But most importantly, we need to have a tete-a-tete about this trip to Mexico. So listen, dummy, Kenya done got this damn girls trip together and it's gonna be a couples trip. I think that I am going to have Dwight as my +1. When you get to drinking, you get to acting a fool, and ain't nobody got time to be keeping an eye on you, whether you trying to fuck with Kenya or fuck somebody else up, or maybe you just need to keep your ass at home. You know that this pisses off Apollo. Oh, so I'm banned now? I can't even go on the trips? I can't be around everybody? She was just like, look, I know for a fact that Dwight ain't gonna throw the stallion booty over his shoulder and jump in the fucking pool, okay? You guys get to drinking and everybody is just, you just out of control. And he's up in his feelings and he's hurt about it. Because Apollo wanna go, okay? Apollo said, damn, what's wrong? He just had homeboy hit him in his eye. So after Apollo tries to argue his point, eventually he's just like, do whatever you want. You know how that can be. Folks just forget it. He just mad over there pout. I was just like, well, damn, do Apollo have any say in his own house? But then I was like, no, I guess this ain't Apollo's show, so maybe not. And then we have Peter go off and speak to Cordell, and that part was kind of interesting to me. I was surprised that Bravo actually brought Cordell back onto the show. And I was wondering if it was because they felt like, Porsha has taken so many pot shots at Cordell, regardless of what we think, him being gay or not. The fact that she's saying all this shit now is kind of dirty, hidden below the belt, because she has a way bigger platform. I mean, I'm not saying that, most people would do the same thing, but, shit is still kind of foul or whatever. So maybe they're giving him a chance to come on there and kind of say his piece. It ain't no sense in going through all this because we done been through all this a million times, okay? Basically what it was is Cordell tried to, marry a Barbie, somebody that he can have as his showpiece. I think Porsha knew that all fine and well. He told her the only thing was that she needed to be home, take care of the kids, and take care of home, the house, and all of that. She agreed to that, but as she got in there, she started having ambitions of being on TV on a reality show and all of this. Against his better judgment, he agreed to go on the show, knowing that that's probably not what he wanted, considering he's such a controlling person, a private person, and the shit just kind of went in from there. It was a bad idea for them to go on the reality show. It's just too much, especially for a couple where you want to guard your privacy, okay? It just does not work. After a while, they just wanted two different things. He probably tolerated her family. You guys know how that can be. Some families are very intrusive and are always involved in a lot. I would not be surprised to find out that Porsha's family is very involved. But he knew this before he got married. I guess he didn't know to the extent. But, it's just like, there's no sense in going back and forth on this because what he wanted, she couldn't give him, and vice versa. Okay, so that's just basically it. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall, though, because that conversation that Peter and Cordell had was a lot longer than that, and it was edited away, or it might not even have been in front of the camera. But something tells me that Cordell told a whole lot more of some Porsha stories to Peter, but we're going to talk more about that later. Let me just say how Bravo tried it by showing them damn clips of all this shit that we thought was going to happen in this episode, and none of this shit happened in this episode. I was just like, okay, Bravo, y'all was tripping a little bit. Okay, don't do that shit again. I was really ready to see the, Peter, Greg, and Nene drama. I was really ready to see the Apollo, Kenya, and Phaedra drama, and none of that shit happened. So nothing of any real importance happened. Kenya had the smarts enough to get her ass up there to Mexico the day before everybody else. This is to ensure that you get the best room, even though I'm sure Kenya already had that shit lined up. And then you can go on about the business of assigning everybody else their rooms. She got gift bags for everybody's room, okay, complete with a picture of her in some little, workout gear or whatever. That shit was kind of funny to me. Kenya always trying to start some shit. Lawrence as her +1. We already knew that Lawrence was going with her. She got disguises. That damn Kenya, she is just fucking like the good time girl. Like I told you guys, just always laughing and ready to have a good time, and shit is funny to her and it ain't funny to nobody else, but whatever. She's just excited for everybody to get there. Now, we back in Atlanta. Next day, everybody shows up at the airport. We got Nene, Greg, we got Candy, Todd, we got Cynthia, Peter, and Porsha. We got everybody but Phaedra and Apollo. I think Nene asked where was Phaedra, and Candy was just like, she called me this morning and told me she's gonna be late because she can't find her passport. And y'all know, almost took a lot out of me, y'all. And y'all know what that means, right? That means that Apollo cut up 10 types of foods when Dwight pulled his ass up to the house with his luggage and his ascot and his silk pants. And Apollo was not having it. Okay, wives, y'all know how it is when you got to call, your friend and be like, hey, girl. Yeah, listen, what time's the party gonna be ending? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, we're gonna be a little late because the nigga's about to tear up your goddamn house. So for now, everybody minus those two are on their way to Mexico. When they get there, they're in the limousine ride, and Peter, for some reason, is led to bring up the conversation that he had with Cordell. Down the limousine to Porsha. Very inappropriate time. This is definitely one of those moments where I can say Peter was acting like a bitch, okay? It's just like, why are you even bringing this shit up? This is something that if you felt that you needed to talk to Porsha about, then you should have done that maybe while she was sitting right next to you, or maybe when you could have pulled her to the side later on when it was just the two of you. But to do that shit in front of everybody in the limousine, shit was foul. Even though, whatever, he's friends with Cordell, he felt the need to want to talk up for Cordell and say how, she didn't find out about the divorce on Twitter. First of all, none of that is your goddamn business, Peter. Why the fuck do you care? And Porsha handled it well. You guys, I don't think I can do Porsha's voice. She doesn't get as offended as, I felt that she really had the right to be, okay? And I felt like the shit was squashed at the time, even though Peter had that funky, fucked up attitude on his face. I thought that maybe we were done with that. But again, we'll talk more about Peter and Porsha in a little bit later. So they get to the resort, and Kenya welcomes them there with her poncho and her bikini. Okay, she had her bikini on. She's dancing around. She's got her sombrero on. Everybody is just sort of like, oh, okay. We all should be used to the antics of Kenya by now. Kenya realizes that Apollo and Phaedra are not there. And, she was just like, where is Apollo and Phaedra? They're all just like, oh, she couldn't find her passport. She's coming later, I was just like, Kenya. I think her whole plan was for them to show up while she was dressed in this little old skimpy outfit to put a little extra on you on Phaedra. But, honey, Phaedra got the last laugh on that one. Kenya tells everybody who has what room, okay? Again, she's kissing up to Nene, kissing Nene's ass, tells her that she's got the other presidential suite. Okay, it's funny because Bravo put presidential suite number 2 on there. I was like, ooh, Bravo, y'all know y'all wrong. But anyway, Nene feels like it's only fitting considering they've been treating the king white hair monster so wrong these last few episodes. Everybody gets settled in their rooms. To me, all the rooms were really nice. You can really see how far this show has come, considering the way they, you know, how much money they invest on this show. These girls go on some great trips. I would go on them trips too. I would deal with the aggravation of all the foolishness just to be able to go to some of these beautiful places and on somebody else's dime. But anyway, get back to the show. So later on that night, ooh, y'all got, let me get through this video. Later on that night, they all meet for dinner. Kenya's decided to switch it up a little bit and, you know, seat everybody away from their spouses. Considering she doesn't really have anybody there, considering Porsha doesn't really have anybody there, even though I'm sure she was not considering Porsha. I think she just wanted to kind of get everybody out their comfort zones. I thought that was a cool idea as well, considering that nobody gets along. Fuck. The only ones who got the last aha on Kenya again is Phaedra and Apollo, because since they got there so late, they ended up being able to sit together. And something tells me that that's not how Kenya had it planned, but whatever. The way the show was edited, it was weird. It made it seem like Greg just out the blue attacks Porsha and asked her about her marriage with Cordell. I would really like to think that they were probably talking about at least marriage. Or Greg, I don't think he just would, especially Greg. Now, if it had been Peter, Peter would probably just come right out and say it. But I think that Greg probably, they were talking about it. But Greg, Greg is just like, you know, you and Cordell haven't done everything to fix your marriage. You know how it is when motherfuckers get back together with their goddamn spouse. All of a sudden, they want to give you fucking, you know, advice on your marriage and your relationship because, you know, they figured they shit out. So, you know, everybody else should be able to do it too. It's like, motherfucker, can you get out my business and worry about you and your damn new wife? I'm sure Greg didn't have any ill intent with that. Of course, Porsha is already on the defense from what Peter had said earlier. Porsha get to talking out the side of her neck, and just, you know, the shit just goes downhill. Okay, Todd asked her, you know, do you really feel in your heart of hearts that the shit is over? And, you know, Porsha is just like, you know, here she goes. I did sign on to be his wife, stay home, and take care of the kids. But after a while, everything changed, and the doctor did give me some albuterol, you know, just in case. I really think it's my allergies, you guys, because it's so sunny and shit is blooming. It is fucked up. I'm sweating. Oh, I'm trying to get through this video for you guys. Basically, what Porsha says is, after a while, she needed the money and she decided to go on the show. Well, you know, that is not what she told us, okay? Before, the story was they had all this money and that he treated her like a princess and he gave her whatever she wanted and she did whatever she wanted and, you know, she painted a different picture. That shit wasn't gonna fly. I really felt like Peter wanted to say a whole lot more and he didn't because he was so funky and just fucked up over there. It's funny that him and Kenya were seated together because they both was letting Porsha have it. Porsha's feelings was so hurt about what, you know, they were saying to her. I mean, she was over there mumbling to herself and everything. I was just like, oh, this girl is, she's just so harmless, but she's just really like a kid sometimes. She just kind of starts talking about how she had a vision for her marriage and, you know, he had a tainted, you know, celebrity and all of this. And but the whole thing is, before she told us that, you know, she knew something about it, but she didn't worry about it. She loved him and that they got married. You know, now she's upset that he's spreading rumors about her and, you know, talking about, you know, her finances and all of that, you know. And, well, the truth is the truth. The shit is probably going to come out anyway. I don't know if Cordell, I haven't really seen Cordell talk bad about her at all. I mean, I've seen her do way more. And like I said, it's because she has this platform. But, you know, Cordell's done a good job of trying to stay out of the media. But yeah, it was just a mess at the table, y'all. I don't have the energy to tell it to y'all today. I'm sorry. But I've got to get this voice back right. And I think that if I can just relax enough this week, and then when I get to the video next week, because next week is going to be a really good episode, I want to be 100% ready, because I think all the bullshit that we thought was going to happen in this one is going to happen in the next one, y'all. So, yeah, just be patient with me, okay? And y'all take that with you. You can add that cough. Take that with you. All right, you guys, I'm sorry. Whew, it's hot in this fucking car today. Want you guys to remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel's for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. All right. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.